is Gullah Geechee Nation Appreciation Week. So happy Gullah Geechee Nation Appreciation Week. All right. So we have had a plethora of events all week, and we've had a good time. I must say, I have. I don't know about nobody else, but I had a great time. So,
let me go. Read 'em, John. Read 'em. Read 'em, John. Read 'em. Read 'em, John. Read 'em, oh, read 'em, let me go. Read 'em, old John. Read 'em. Read 'em, old John. Read 'em. Read 'em, old John. Read 'em, oh, read 'em, let me go.
when we say we done been young, we ain't going nowhere tall, this is the living embodiment of this. So I present to you now, author, my brother, Michael Boulware Moore, who has written about that journey with the planter. Yes. See you again, man.
Titled Freedom on the Sea, the true story of the Civil War hero Robert Smalls and his daring escape. Robert carefully watched the comings and goings of the planter's Confederate crew, and on May 12, 1862, when the crew left the ship, it was time to act. It was a cloudy, dark night when we backed the planter off the dock and sailed away with 16 enslaved people on board. Robert's family and the other crew members and their families had all agreed to Robert's plan. They knew that there was so much that could go wrong, but they were all determined to be free.
And I wrote this poem. And ever since I wrote this poem, I could walk the streets of Charleston and my feet were not burned. So I said the ancestors needed me to write this, needed me to say this. And so when I was researching for this book, From We Soul to the Soil, Cotton, Rice, and Indigo at that time. So I said they needed someone that's of their descent to write about that. Because ever since then, I never had that problem. I don't care how long I've walked or anything. I could dance in Charleston now. Don't burn my feet, right? Go on.
Yes.
So it's called Rice. But Rice stands for Resting in Cultural Enlightenment or Rising in Spite of Captive Environment. If you say Gullah and Geechee, you're simply referring to me. You're encompassing my ancestors and our land, all of which are part of Sea Island sand. Rice is something to which we're all akin. I guess we're both seeds thrown in the wind. Rice falls together at just the right time, just like Gullah's polyrhythmic hand claps and syncopated runs. So yes, definitely. So one of the folks that we've been talking about who's collaborated with me on Goody Goody is here today, of course, the artist, Quadré Stuckey. So we're gonna bring him up.
We're here to talk about, I'm an artist, illustrator, author, narrator. One of my newest books that I have out right now is called Gullah Paintings 3. So in this book particularly, I talk about the main thing that we were talking about earlier. It's about preserving your culture. It's about telling who you are. It's about letting people know your story. So I start with me. What inspired me to be an artist and an author was, it started from like elementary school. Reading books, because teachers are like your parents that's not from home, that you go to see, you spend the most time with. And a lot of times when reading books, I was always given like a Dr. Seuss book. If you could give a mouse a cookie, the Hungry Hungry Caterpillar, these type of books. And I didn't really, and a Goosebumps book by R.L. Stein. I didn't really see too many books that were by black artists or black authors. I didn't really know too much of none anyways. I can't really name any off the top of my head that wrote the book, that illustrated it, published it themselves. So that sparked that in me. So like when I get older, I always said, I want to create my own thing. I want to do my own thing. I want to be independent. And it was just that simple spark that kind of pushed me to become the man that I am today. So